Morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? So, as you guys can see, got a couple of things here, small things. So we're going to do a pros and cons on a tractor mower, skiddy mower. So the mowers on these are the exact identical width. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around the machines and talk to you about them and tell you my thoughts. So please like, comment, subscribe down below what you guys think. So I might have missed a few things, so yeah, let's get started. All right, so what we have here, Caterpillar 289 D3 with a big old brush hog deck mower, 6 foot, 72 inch. So yeah, this is a beast of a machine. This thing can handle the mower, no problemo. Love it, love it, love it. Just recently cleaned the machine. So yeah, boy, this thing is just awesome. So let me talk a little bit about this machine, good and bad. The good, it's a beast. Total beast. And I love that the mower's in front. You're always looking out, seeing the mower ahead of you. You can reach over things, you can reach up cautiously and mow things down. The stability of the machine is really good. So on slopes, sideways, it's even good, even though Caterpillar doesn't recommend it to a dramatic amount. So yeah, when you mow, I like that the grass is cut in front. There's some pollen and dust, but a lot of it stays away from the engine. Some still gets in there, but nearly not as much as other pieces of equipment. So you just got to clean your stuff, take your time, clean it out. Only drawbacks here are when you're mowing, you constantly have to adjust the sticks up and down, you know, to level it out and, you know, make sure you're not grinding into the ground. So it's constant mowing with adjustment. So, you know, it's very tedious to constantly have to adjust while you're mowing, but that's just the name of the game. But heavy duty, very high productivity. The other thing I don't like is, of course, can't be helped. When you turn, when the machine turns, you tend to dig up the ground a little bit because you have tracks, you know, it's going to dig up a little bit of stuff. So sometimes I like to do a 3-point turn, you know, to go around. I don't spin in place. So that's, you know, a drawback of this thing. The other thing is when you're mowing, because this isn't the sharp of a, you know, blade setup, you're not going to sharpen these. Some people do. But going into heavy stuff, I like to back drag. So going forward and then back dragging for a really nice product. That takes a little longer, wears out the deck, the skids, and the carrier a little bit, and the blades. But I mean, you want a nice product. The other nice thing is that, I mean, yeah, this deck protects mostly the body, but sometimes, as you guys can see, you know, I do get a little bit of impact damage here and there, and I do want to put a rubber mud flap here. So, but these hoses, this is an electrical hose for the actuator for the quick connect, which this thing doesn't have. It has a hydraulic one, so that's really cool. But yeah, so that pretty much concludes it for the cat. I'm missing stuff, I know it. All right, so over here we have the John Deere 4066R. Yeah, this thing is a beast. Nice and big, 66 horsepower, as denoted by the model number. Got a nice, big 6 foot, just like the other one, 6 foot mower deck. So this one is, of course, pull behind with a PTO. The other one is hydraulic drive. I don't know if you guys, you know, you guys probably know that. So, usual tractor arrangement. We've got a quick I-match hitch, so that makes just life a lot easier. So this thing, total beef. Really do like it. There's some nice things to it and some other not nice things, so let's get into it. So, as you guys can see, this deck is pretty big, but not super heavy duty. The MX6 on the back there denotes it's medium duty. So it's not, you can't go into super thick brush and cut it. I mean, you can, but you know, a lot more wear and tear. It's got a tail wheel. The nice thing about a tractor is you set it to the height and then you forget about it and you just drive around most of the time. Sometimes you have little obstructions and little stuff that you want to lift your mower up and go over. So that's that. Also, on this thing, you got the machine leading the way into the grass. So this is a 1,100 pound counterweight because I don't have a loader on it for that. So when you go through the weeds, you know, the weeds just get crushed down, but sometimes they throw off pollen. And as you guys can see, stuff gets stuck in there, gets sucked in. So a little higher maintenance on cleaning this stuff out. So we can get, you know, a lot of mowing done, but you got to watch your temperatures. Make sure to always clean it out as much as you can and, you know, watch for it. So yeah, this thing is total beef. The other nice thing, what that does, what this doesn't do, is it tears up the ground when it turns. As you can see, we got tires and, you know, front steering wheels, and it really tears up the ground a lot less. And, you know, can't do as heavy duty, doesn't tear up, a little easier to drive. You know, you're just steering around the area. So yeah, little things here and there. So we'll you know, go around, mow down some other stuff. But other thing that I don't like is, you know, the tail swing. It swings quite a bit when you turn. So when you turn like that, the tail swings out. So trying to make a nice 90-degree turn, you have a little swoopty. So I'll show all that on the drone video. So, but yeah, so set it and forget it. You can, the other nice thing that I didn't mention, tires. Yes, I did mention, but you can drive this thing on the road for short distances. Since our farms are just a little bit far apart, less than 2 miles in total, you need that little triangular hazard thing. But yeah, you can drive this thing on the road a little bit. This thing goes, what, 18 miles an hour? Nice and safe. That thing does not. You gotta haul it everywhere, tow it, whatever you do with it. So mobile, not so mobile. But as with everything, they have, you know, drawbacks here and there. So we can, you know, assume that every situation is different. Okay, so the thing here is these two decks. I will lift them up and I will show you guys both of them. So I'll show you how they differ. But this thing does a rough cut, not as good for a single pass. That one, much better cut single pass. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn these, or one of the machines around, and show you the differences between the construction. All right, so we are over here with all the different goodies. So, as you guys can see, this is a big old blade carrier. The blades swing. There's one of them. So this blade is swung inside, 4 blades. So you guys can see that this is closer to the ground. So that's, you know, a little bit more unfortunate. You get wear here and all that stuff. So, yeah. But super heavy duty. Let me get that out of the sun. But yeah, so heavy. The sucker swings and kicks butt and super thick. You guys can see how thick this thing is compared to my thumb. Yeah. Now, for this beast. This is a little lighter duty. And as you guys can see, it's got a stump jumper, which is that dish thing. And then the blades are hooked up on the bottom. So these guys swing, as you guys can see. But, and there's only 2. So this thing is for, you know, obviously lighter duty. So there's a comparison between the construction of these guys. Yeah, all right, there you go. right. So what do we have here? Caterpillar, John Deere. All right. So we got some edges sticking up, some longer pieces of grass that are cut and not mulched up. Does a decent job for a single pass. So you see these longer strands there. Those will be would have been taken care of with a back drag, but I wanted to show just a single forward push. Some of this stuff is pushed down, as you can see, so it's processed one time. Also, you guys can see the skids, you know, do contact the ground a little bit. I try to keep it as low as possible without touching the ground. Sometimes you can't help it. And see all that grass that hasn't been cut. And over here, you guys can see the turnaround spot. And you got a little squiggly smooch there and over there. Some mud under here, so that's, you know, nice and makes it easier to turn around. But yeah, so that's Caterpillar. So that's obviously, you saw 4 passes. I usually would like to back drag, so just put that note in there. And of course there's a hole in here somewhere that I'm stepping in. Okay, so over here, there's still a little bit of mud here, but not as much displaced, dirt, whatever. Also, you know, I had to turn the mower back in there. I had a hard time turning because it was, you know, just all this crud. It was getting drug around. And then you can see the tractor tracks over there leading the way. So the nose of the tractor was all in those weeds, and they have like pollen and stuff on them. So let's walk up this aisle here, path, track. So you can see some sticking up just a little bit, but a lot smaller, finer product here. Some of this stuff just doesn't like to cut as much as other times. Also, it'd be good to sharpen the blades a little bit. Kind of dull as butter knives at the moment. So yeah, just a lot. I think the John Deere does a nicer job in just big passes. The Caterpillar would be good for all the edging. So yeah, but yeah, I think it does a good job either way. Both machines have their pros and cons. So as you guys can see, I mowed this previously with the John Deere. You know, so what I like to do with the John Deere is, let me walk over here. Bugs in the face. So I'll just get in the vehicle here. Easy enough. All right. So what I like to do is I like to watch that tire. I put the edge of the grass to be cut on this side, and the tire is pretty much always riding in already previously cut grass. So it's like a quarter of the mower deck. Quarter of the mower deck would be, you know, in the, you know, previously cut grass. I can do a little better with the Skiddy. Yeah, pure beef. So yeah, Skiddy's not so bad. Oh, there's a blade. Good demonstration, but yeah, you can see the blades are just super dull. They just, you know, break the grass off, so to speak. Yeah, so far so good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a little comparison, a little mow down between these two things. I'm sure I've skipped a lot, but yeah, both these machines have their uses. This one is for already known fields that you know where you're mowing through. There's no hazards. It's mostly tall grass. This guinea grass is super thick. Right now, it's not a very good representation of how thick it could be. I mean, these things get 6-10 feet tall and really bushy at the bottom. A lot of green mass material. But this thing still pushes through it. Shouldn't get too carried away. But yeah, this thing pushes through the grass, so watch the radiator. But this thing does it on pre-mowed ground, known ground, that's what I should say. Now this thing is for an area that you kind of know the area and drop-offs and any big hazards, but you don't know any, if there's rocks from pigs digging up and just anything. This thing can handle rocks a lot better than this thing. So this is for unexplored land that you want to clear, and this thing does it in a hurry. I always recommend an excavator with a mulcher for, you know, overhead hedges and, you know, driveways and just getting through. But this is for the flat areas, for more steeper terrain, for terrain that you don't want to take this thing on. It's still very stable, but not as stable as this thing. So this thing has its benefits for, you know, new customers, getting in there, getting it done, clearing it out in a timely fashion. So this thing has that use. This is mainly for our farms and for very few select people off of our farms that we know that we've mowed for before and the like. So lighter duty or medium duty, super heavy duty. So mowing tank, mean green machine. So I hope that you know, answers some of the questions that you guys might have. But I love them both. They both have their uses, and I use them both quite a bit. So yeah, please let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, if I missed anything, or if there's something grossly that I misrepresented. Please let me know, because I always love learning. And I'm just sharing what I know and how I know it and what I do. So, all right, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. All right. And as usual, thanks for watching. Aloha.